and welcome to Predictomania, the show where everything's made up and the points are meaningless.
You know, we're doing this for fried chicken, right?
Sorry. Take two. The stakes have never been higher here on Predictomania, where two men are fighting valiantly, using their brains and not their brawn, to face off for the opportunity to get free fried chicken out of the other guy. This contest, this battle of wits, is put together only because we really couldn't think of anything more fun. My name is Nathan. You might have seen me on Bodyslams and Dropkicks. He is Ben. This is Degenwrestling, and this is Predictomania for the 2023 Royal Rumble.
And the first match we have up for our predictions is Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Now, I know what you're thinking. Obviously gonna choose Roman Reigns. But hear me out. What if Sami Zayn wins that one?
Well, you see, you and I talked about that, and I like the idea of Sami Zayn winning because didn't you see something on SmackDown? It wasn't this past Friday, but last week, Kevin Owens never officially signed the contract.
Yeah, it didn't look like he did, at least. I didn't pay too close of attention, but it did not look like it.
So is it the case then where it's sort of like the Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon thing, where the contract could be signed by anybody? Sami Zayn puts it in, Roman Reigns has the match, and
maybe, who knows?
I mean, that would be more intriguing than anything in the bloodline whose name isn't Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ben. If that happens, Angels will sing.
Yeah.
However,
we both got Roman Reigns
in the land of reality, because the stakes have never been higher. I gotta go with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we both actually, I believe, have Roman Reigns for this one.
Yep.
So, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight.
So here's the thing. This match, at least to me, will show who is truly in power in the WWE, whether it's Vince McMahon or Triple H.
I could see this match going either way.
I could as well. We don't know what to expect out of the Mountain Dew Pitch Dark match.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that name, by the way?
What part? The mountain part? The dew part? The pitch
all
part?
of it.
Okay.
Like,
so
it's a match. It's on the card. It's not like it's gonna be unsanctioned.
Okay, so hear me out on this. Mountain is because that's where Bray has been training for the past 2 years. Like in kayfabe land, we got to think about this.
I'm just thinking it's completely ridiculous to have a match named after a soft drink.
What are you talking about? They got moves named after soft drinks. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's completely different.
I mean, the Pepsi Plunge.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of the Pepsi Plunge?
No, who would ever use something like that?
I don't know. Who would ever use something like the Pepsi Plunge?
I'm guessing somebody by the name, I don't know, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. So Phil used the Pepsi Plunge. So WWE is ripping off Phil yet again.
But anyways, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. I have Bray Wyatt, but again, I could very well see it going in LA Knight's favor.
I also have Bray Wyatt. This was one of the ones I agonized about. I was up until bloody 2 a.m. thinking to myself, okay, Bray Wyatt or LA Knight? If LA Knight wins, that tells me Vince McMahon is purely 100% in control of creative.
I disagree, considering he renamed him to Max Dupree and shot him down the card. These are both Triple H guys right here.
I understand, but at the same time, Bray Wyatt never ever wins a pay-per-view match. At the very least, at least Max Dupree, LA Knight has a opportunity of winning.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, if you ever wanted to kill the mystique of Bray Wyatt right away, have LA Knight win. I don't want that to happen. I don't purely with my heart on
agree
this.
that it would kill the mystique. I think it might add to it, because if LA Knight wins, that could like drive Bray Wyatt further down the rabbit hole, so to speak, to end up with his Wyatt 6 faction.
Are you going to go and really go after Wyatt 6, though?
I don't know, but
Like,
again, we
for
both have
me,
Bray
yeah,
Wyatt
we
because
both
it
have
seems
Bray
like
Wyatt.
it's obvious.
Yeah, we both have Bray Wyatt.
It's his first match back. It
Yeah.
doesn't really make much sense for him to lose, depending on how he loses.
And given how it was built too.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one, Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair.
Now this is where I think you and I have different thoughts.
Very much different thoughts.
Very much
I think
different
this is our only real difference.
Out of the announced matches, I think you're right.
Yeah. I have Alexa Bliss.
I have Bianca Belair.
And the reason I have Alexa Bliss is because of everything that's been going on with her lately. She seems to be going into a darker place, and it would make a lot of sense to me if she won here. And I feel Bianca Belair has gotten kind of stale.
I also agree that Bianca's gotten kind of stale, but at the same time, I look at this, I see there's Elimination Chamber, I see there's Fastlane, I'm sure there's like 17 other Saudi shows if Vince McMahon gets back in charge between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't think Bianca loses here because I think a heel's going to win the Royal Rumble.
That makes sense.
So, with that being said, I go Bianca. That being said, I hope to God I'm wrong. I hope to God you're right. I would take a loss here, even though the stakes have never been higher.
Yeah. Women's Rumble.
Are you ready for this?
Do we want to go in order of our picks? Like our number 1 pick to our number 3 pick? Because I think we might have some difference in who's our number 1 to number 3.
But even then, like if any of the 3 win,
yeah,
then we get the same amount of points either way. So
yeah, I think my number 1 pick at least is probably at this point Rhea Ripley.
I can see that. I can see where you're coming from. My issue that I'm having right now is, God, both Charlotte and Bianca are unlikable.
Oh yeah, completely.
They're completely unlikable. It's easy, so bloody easy to turn one of them heel and go against a face Becky. I have Becky as my number 1.
Yeah, I
have Rhea as my number 2.
Don't see that happening too much. See, I have right behind Rhea. I had a hard time choosing between them. Was Rhea and Bayley.
Yeah.
Bayley is absolutely my number 2.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I
sorry.
understand. You're an idiot.
Bayley is absolutely my shit.
And then I got Becky behind that because it seems like, I mean, she's Becky Lynch, really.
You can't go against Becky Lynch.
No,
that's the thing. Especially when the Raw Women's Division and the SmackDown Women's Division aren't exactly the most star-studded thing in the world right now. You got to go with the top.
Yeah.
And for me, the top is Becky. So.
Yeah, but
Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, and Bayley.
Bayley, yeah.
Bayley, yeah.
I guess that brings us to our last match.
Yep, the Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Number 1 pick, Cody Rhodes.
My number 1 pick is also Cody Rhodes.
I believe the number 2 pick, because we really don't have to explain Cody Rhodes.
No.
We also don't have to explain the number 2 or 3 picks because it seems blatantly obvious if it happens.
I think it's even more fun if we explain our outlandish ideas for the Rumble, more so than anything else.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes number 1.
Yes.
Sami Zayn number 2.
Yes.
And The Rock number 3.
Yeah. Why not have the cock in there?
Yeah. And I believe you want to go with your outlandish picks that you're just going crazy about.
Yeah, so here we go. Now hear me out on this. Anyone who knows me on Bodyslams and Dropkicks, you know that I'm a fan of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. You also know that the Royal Rumble is in San Antonio, Texas, his hometown. Shawn Michaels enters the Royal Rumble. I don't care if you people say to me that Shawn Michaels has had his last match. This small part of me really, really wants it.
No, I could see him possibly entering the Rumble, but I don't think there's a chance he wins.
Oh, come on.
No.
I give it a shot.
No.
You could eliminate
Unfortunately,
15 other guys.
As you know, he is also my favorite of all time.
Yes.
But I don't think there's a chance that he wins.
But he could eliminate like 15 other guys on his way to victory, you know?
He could also get eliminated in like 5 seconds.
No, he couldn't.
But
why would you have a talent like Shawn Michaels just get rid of
I
him?
believe one thing that we actually discussed that we forgot to write down is we were gonna vote on who our Iron Man for the Rumbles were.
Yes, you're right. Actually, you're right.
Now, Women's Rumble. Who do you think would be the Iron Woman? I guess it would be for them.
Rhea.
I can understand that. That one I'm going with Becky for. I think, like, even though she's my number 3 pick, I don't think she's gonna win it, but I really think she's gonna put on the Iron Woman.
She's gonna last a long time.
And then for the men's, that's where I'm having troubles.
What's going through your head?
I could easily say something like Cody Rhodes because it would kind of make sense. Goes Iron Man's it, wins it. But someone like Ricochet, because he's been getting slightly pushed, but then again, right now he's in the tag title picture, so I kind of don't want to say him.
Well, the thing about Ricochet, and I'm just gonna try to maybe help you out, maybe screw you, I don't know. Ricochet seems more of like the Kofi Kingston Rumble save spot every year.
Yeah.
Ricochet seems like somebody who could do something like that.
Yeah, completely.
And do it very well. I don't see Ricochet having a very long time in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're lucky 20 minutes.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say, and I think you might agree, AJ Styles.
If he's back from injury.
If he's back from injury. But who knows?
I don't think he will be.
No? I don't know.
If he's back from injury, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
If he isn't, I would look at somebody who either could really use the Rumble to prove themselves or really use the Rumble to establish something that was lost. And
so obviously your vote is for The Miz. Your mother's favorite wrestler of all time.
Okay, now about that, let me just say for the record, my mother's not watching the Royal Rumble pay-per-view.
But she has the option to.
She does have the option to. I know she's off in Florida. She can get Peacock. That is fine. However, without my mother's love, The Miz will surely die.
Okay.
So I'm going to look at something. It's going to be something either outlandish or something that could totally make sense. But I'm looking at somebody who maybe has lost a bit of their edge, either in a tag team or just in the way they've been booked, because there have been a couple of people like that. Not many under the Triple H reign, but there have been a couple. I've got 2 names I'm going to throw by you.
Okay.
The first one is Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, maybe.
Considering that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus got kicked out of the tag team division.
Yeah.
I think that's because you're running out of single stars.
Yeah.
And you need McIntyre and Sheamus right now.
Oh yeah, they're really good at it.
The other thing I'm going to throw by is, what about Finn Balor?
Yeah, Finn Balor would be a great choice there. His work with Judgment Day, because he seems to have went away from the tag team with Judgment Day, and that seems to be solely focusing on Priest, and one of your choices to win the Women's Rumble, Dominic Mysterio.
That is correct, actually. He's my number 5 choice in our 3-person choice team.
But maybe it's somebody new coming in.
It could be.
What if it's like, because Jay White is no longer under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and there are whispers of him possibly going to WWE.
Would Jay White be big enough? Because I know you watch more Japanese stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's big enough to take the Iron Man spot?
Jay White, well, I guess would be now former leader of the Bullet Club in Japan after
I mean, Finn
mega
does
less than
need
that, but-
something to do.
Yeah. But yeah, could be hell, it might even be someone like Carl Anderson or something like that, just because I know they do see a lot in that with his New Japan and that crossover. But again, who really knows? So your choice is probably Finn Balor.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
for Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'll go Finn.
Yeah.
If AJ Styles.
Yeah, isn't back. So
Yeah.
I think we got the same answer there. Actually, we talked ourselves into that
Yeah,
one.
we talked ourselves into that one. Crap.
Yeah. But that's
Does Vince
all I
McMahon enter the Royal Rumble?
I sure as hell hope not.
Just think about it.
Maybe he can tear a quad or something.
Well, what I'm thinking is it's down to 4. We've already had all 30 entrants.
And
All
he's
of a
number
sudden,
31.
All of a sudden, the clock starts ticking down. You're wondering who the hell it could be. Who the hell could be returning in Texas? You're
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
yeah. You get yourself all hyped up.
The
all
glass
excited.
breaks.
The glass breaks, and then all of a sudden,
Vince McMahon.
no chance. That's what you've got.
So,
Instead of the actual music, it's gonna be me singing. It's gonna be me singing my own theme song.
just to run through again, we got Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
I have Alexa Bliss.
I have Bianca.
You have Bianca. And then for the women's, we each have Bailey, Rhea, Becky, Men's Rumble, Cody, Sammy, The Rock. And then our Iron Man men and women are somewhat different.
Yeah.
I
Our
have
Iron Men are the
Becky.
same.
Yeah. Iron Woman, I have Becky.
Iron Woman, I have Rhea.
And then there's also for the men's, if AJ's back or Finn Balor.
Yep.
One person we didn't talk about for Iron Woman though, Asuka.
Oh. I don't think she will be.
No?
No. Not over somebody like a Rhea
Yeah, true.
or a Becky. I don't.
Because there are rumors of her bringing her dark persona to WWE that made her famous in Japan.
Would she do it now or would she do it at WrestleMania?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's what we have right now for our predictions.
Yes, that's all the time we have for Predictomania, the show where everything's made up and the points are meaningless, except they're not because I want my free fried chicken.
And I'm gonna get my free fried chicken.
But I want it.
Doesn't matter.
Does it? Who knows? Tune in with us on Saturday, January the whatever today is, 28th, on Royal Rumble, on PCAP, Rogers Sportsnet, the WWE Network, or various other streaming services that may or may not cost money, that may or may not be legal. We're not advertising it. We just know you do it. Thanks for joining us here on Degenwrestling. My name is Nathan.
I'm Ben.
And we are going to be seeing you very, very shortly.
To go through the results.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Who knows?